Transnet's turnaround plan has come and gone. The plan was introduced in 2023 and ended at the end of March 2025. In that plan, the entity unbundled into two, namely the Transnet Infrastructure Manager, TRIM, and the Transnet Freight Rail Operations Company, TFROC, with an emphasis on private-public partnerships. Besi Mabunda is the Transnet Engineering Chief Executive and says they're starting to see the results.
There were a lot of challenges with a lot of locomotives being long-standing because of lack of support from, in particular, the Chinese OEM. But what we've done in this previous financial year, there's a lot of locomotives, over 110, that we brought back into service. That has assisted us in being able to actually achieve the 160 million ton that we have been able to achieve.
The entity has also set up 60 projects as it looks to diversify its original equipment manufacturing portfolio in addressing backlogs and disruptions from its long-standing dispute with Chinese state-owned CRRC LeaseCo on the delivery of locomotives and spare parts.
We did issue a request for information at the beginning of the year, and this has closed in March. So basically what that is seeking to do is, given that we had unsolicited approaches, we want to formalize this and to see if there are entities out there that have access to spares, which are either replacement components for the CRRC parts or to some extent even original parts manufacturer that may have worked with the CRRC who may be interested in engaging with us directly.
Transnet Engineering held an industry day ahead of the Africa Rail Conference, hosting stakeholders as government calls for state-owned enterprises to work closely with the private sector. The entity will soon launch a rolling stock leasing company called LeaseCo with a request for qualification process that closes in July.
We have been actually leasing rolling stock outside of the LeaseCo for a very long time with your Zimbabwean railways, for example, Zambian railways. We have leased rolling stock to them over a number of years. So this is something that we've been doing. But with the rail reform and train operating companies coming in, one of the thinking is that we need to remove the barriers of entries, which is the investment into new rolling stock, which obviously costs a fortune.
Transnet is also looking to, in this financial year, bring its 3 African locomotives to commercialization. The first of these locomotives was launched in 2017. It is sought to assure workers that the efforts of the entity will come with the security of jobs as it looks to bring to an end a wage dispute with Union Untu that is now threatening to strike.
If does happen, it will really be unfortunate, and obviously that is not something that we would like to happen. Hence the channels of communications are always open, but we are also preparing on our side should something like that happen in terms of how we best support operations.
The event also saw a panel discussion on the sharing of ideas, with many also calling for strategies to address equipment breakdowns, a shortage of operational machinery, theft and vandalism of rolling stock. Transnet will take the ideas and plans outlined here to the 2-day upcoming annual rail conference set for Tuesday and Wednesday at the Senton Convention Center. The message remains that the entity is open for business, with the state company also looking to address equipment manufacturing challenges through the private-public partnerships. Katlego Logodi, SABC News in Pretoria.